Straight ahead on 12 News, the changing nature of shopping for groceries.
I think customers' lifestyles are changing.
How local grocery stores are catering to the online shopper. Plus, healthy and tasty. What Brooklyn Center schools are doing to get kids to eat their veggies. But first, what's moving into Brooklyn Center that has taken years to come together? 12 News starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. There will soon be more hotel rooms moving into Brooklyn Center.
The city has given the green light to Marriott to build a 4-story hotel, and some say the timing couldn't be any better. For years, Brooklyn Center has wanted to book a new hotel on this open site along Earl Brown Drive.
It's an underutilized piece of property now that's been pretty much vacant for many, many years. So now it will get a use, and I think a good use.
Marriott International will move in with a 4-story, 80-plus room Fairfield Inn & Suites. The new hotel will sit across from another powerhouse brand, Hilton's Embassy Suites.
You're going to have the two most powerful reservation systems in the world with Hilton and Marriott funneling people to this corner, which helps the city immensely.
The timing of the new Marriott is no coincidence. Major hotel brands are moving into the metro with big games in Minneapolis on the horizon.
Certainly with things like the Super Bowl and some of the NCAA stuff that's coming, there's a lot of product coming to town.
Minneapolis Northwest Convention and Visitors Bureau is gearing up for the 2018 Super Bowl and 2019 NCAA basketball tournament, when hotel rooms will be at a premium. Yet a new hotel has life beyond big-ticket events.
The proximity of Brooklyn Center to downtown Minneapolis is very good, and so it makes sense to have that there. It's nice to also offer an option for the many, many events that happen at the Earl Brown Heritage Center.
The way Mayor Tim Wilson sees it, Brooklyn Center scores a win with added tax base.
The taxes that will be generated from the property will go directly to the school district, the county, and the city as well.
The new Marriott Fairfield Inn & Suites is expected to open in late 2017.
A device invented in Plymouth to reduce strokes is now recommended for FDA approval after years of clinical study. The device consists of 2 wire mesh gadgets which are used to seal off a hole in the upper chambers of the heart. That hole could allow blood clots to travel to the brain, causing a stroke. The device was invented at AGA Medical, which St. Jude Medical acquired. St. Jude Medical is currently in the process of being acquired by Chicago-based Abbott Laboratories in a $25 billion deal. Mortenson Construction has plans to expand its Golden Valley campus. The Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Journal reports the construction company wants to double the size of its parking ramp to accommodate its fourth building on its campus. Mortenson has seen a lot of growth in recent years. It is the lead contractor for the Vikings Stadium. It was also recently selected to build the Minnesota United Pro Soccer Stadium in St. Paul. A bill that sets standards for police body cameras is waiting to get approval from Governor Dayton.
The Crystal Police Department is hoping that the governor signs the bill. Crystal Police do not have body cameras yet. The police chief is hoping her department will begin using them within the next year or so. But before that can happen, the chief wants to get the community involved in the policy decision making.
We want to be as transparent as possible to the community. It'll help for the simple fact that, if people are on a call for service where the body camera is being used and it can help us in a criminal activity, then that's better for the community.
If all goes as planned, half of the body cameras would be in the budget for next year and the other half in 2018.
Barring a special session, there's no deal on real ID. The state legislature failed to reach an agreement on a bill that would upgrade Minnesota's driver's licenses to comply with federal standards. More stringent IDs will be required in 2018 to board commercial flights. A regular driver's license would no longer work. The state lawmakers hope to resolve the issue this session, but Republican and DFL leaders couldn't work out some of the smaller details of the bill.
Well, the bottom line is the Democrats wanted to push driver licenses for illegal aliens into the bill, and the House Republicans said no to that. And even though they negotiated back and forth for almost over a week and a half, that was an impasse that could not be reached.
Senator Warren Limmer says Minnesotans will still be able to board an airplane with their current driver's license for the next couple of years.
Plymouth residents are getting a chance to view Xcel Energy's new proposals to upgrade power in the area. Xcel Energy showed off 3 different plans at an open house on Wednesday. Plan A calls for building a new substation at Schmidt Lake Road and 494. Plan B would build new distribution lines out of the Parkers Lake substation. And Plan C calls for a new substation at Schmidt Lake Road, but it would use an existing power line to to feed power. Officials say the idea is to keep power lines to a minimum.
We proposed a project about 2 or 3 years ago, and that was met with community opposition, so we came back now with options that we think are better adapted to the community's wishes.
There's a reason for the power upgrades. The city's population has quadrupled over the last 40 years, and that growth has increased demand for electricity.
And changes are coming to Plymouth Metrolink, the express bus service that serves the city to and from downtown Minneapolis. The changes include a new park and ride at Plymouth Presbyterian Church. There will also be increased service from Station 73, including adding a link to the University of Minnesota campus. Most of the expanded service begins in August. Coming up, grocery shopping without ever setting foot into a store. We'll look at the options next in Money Savers.
And then a little bit later in sports, the softball playoffs heat up. We will have the highlights from 3 big games.
But first, hot and drying out on Thursday. Temperatures reached the 80s.
The future of shopping for groceries could look much different than it does today.
The generations who grew up on computers are expected to push more grocery shopping online. Reporter Shannon Slatton explains how online grocery shopping is saving one Brooklyn Park family time and money.
This whole standing thing is new to us, isn't it?
7-month-old Sawyer is the new star of the Raven family in Brooklyn Park.
As soon as he starts crawling, we're in trouble. After our son was born, we realized that groceries was one of the household chores that we just kept bumping to the next day and the next day and the next day. We just always put it off.
And that meant the family spent more money on food.
We were spending so much money on takeout.
But the Ravens found a time-saving and money-saving solution through Hy-Vee's Aisles Online.
Discovering that groceries could be done by a personal shopper was so amazing to us. It takes all the legwork out of it, which is just so fantastic.
Michelle can order groceries online, and if she spends more than $100, delivery is free.
We find that between diapers and house cleaning supplies and then just our regular food grocery list, that's no problem reaching that.
We're going to go back to the meat department now.
After Michelle places her order, a personal shopper like Cheryl
I'm going to go over to the fruit aisle.
Walks the aisles at Hy-Vee to fill it.
I'm going to go over to Kleenex aisle, aisle 9.
Even though the shopping is online, sale prices, coupons, and even the Fuel Saver Rewards program all apply.
I think customers' lifestyles are changing. It's so busy and so fast-paced, and people have such diverse reasons why maybe they're busy and they can't come to the store.
Since the New Hope Hy-Vee store opened last September, the Aisles Online program has steadily grown.
People every day are saying, hey, I didn't even know that that was available. I didn't even know that was an option, or how easy it was. So it's something that is constantly growing as people discover it.
As families discover an easier way to tackle a weekly chore.
It saves us that much time.
For Money Savers, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Lunds and Byerly's and Coburn Delivers also have online grocery ordering and delivery options as well. Well, coming up, how do you get kids to eat their veggies?
Brooklyn Center schools have an idea, and that's coming up. But first, Wayzata and Maple Grove battle for a spot in the state boys tennis tournament. John Jacobson has that and more up next in sports.
John Jacobson with sports now, starting with boys tennis and an interesting season.
A team onto the state tournament. We had Breck advancing last weekend, and now Wayzata onto the state tournament. Section realignment in boys tennis has most of the big school teams in our area in Section 5AA. The top 2 seeds met for the section championship as Wayzata faced Maple Grove at Park Center. Met first singles. Nick Beatty of Wayzata with a great serve that Charlie Atkins just gets to. It sets up an overhead for Beatty. He wins 6-3, 6-3. Second singles, Sam Hochberger of Maple Grove in the near court against Jordan Stevenson. Hochberger's backhand wins the point, and he takes the match in a tiebreaker. Third singles play, Wayzata's John Foley in the far court against John Nudler. Foley with a nice forehand winner on his way to a 6-3 win. At number 2 doubles, Wayzata is in the near court. Jack Willis will win the point with a volley as he and Alex Schilling beat Ben Bakke and Billy Ehlers in straight sets. Maple Grove's Davis Pfaff and Justin Leal win the number 1 doubles match against Sam Simon and Dennis Kornberg, but it's Wayzata taking the match 5-2, and they win the section championship.
Maple Grove's a good team. They're a really good team, and we really had to give it our best to beat that team. We really brought it this time around, and really intense, and yeah, no, it was a lot of fun out here. It means a lot to the team.
Singles and doubles play in Section 5AA begins Friday at Baseline Tennis Center in Minneapolis. Arch rivals Maple Grove and Osseo played a frigid 13-inning softball game less than 2 weeks ago. The rematch in the Section 5 4A tournament was not nearly as close. Maple Grove gets on the board in the first inning. Taylor Wente bounces to short, and the throw home is late. A run scores. Crimson add another, and they go up 2-0. And Maple Grove breaks it open in the second. Back-to-back doubles start the inning. Sidney Cashman pounding at the deep left to score Mavis Sachs. That makes it 3-0 Crimson. Emma Schifferle bounces a hit up the middle here to score Cashman. The big inning continues. It's 4-0 on Schifferle's single. Aaron Roll keeps the inning going. A sharp single to left to score Schifferle. Roll heads for second base and just beats the tag to move into scoring position. And it's a 5-0 game. Taylor Rosacker caps a 6-run second with a base hit up the middle to score 2 more runs. Maple Grove takes an 8-0 lead on the way to an 11-1 5-inning win. Also in Section 5 4A, Champlin Park wins a wild one 10-7 over Irondale to stay alive. Park Center is eliminated in an 8-3 loss to Moundsview. The tournament continues Thursday as Maple Grove meets Spring Lake Park, who upset top seed Centennial. That's in the winner's bracket. In elimination games, Osseo plays Champlin Park and Centennial meets Moundsview. In Section 6 4A softball, third seed Armstrong hope to get the playoffs started in style as they faced Minneapolis Southwest. Second inning, Armstrong up 1-0 with a runner on second. Joyce Yellowhammer lays down the bunt, beats the throw to first. Melissa Eggstead advances to third. Seems like the play's over, but the pitcher not looking. Yellowhammer takes off for second. The throw to get her scoots past the second baseman. Eggstead sprints home. Falcons alert base running, and they lead at 2-0. Top of the third now, Armstrong up 3-1. Lily Minor with a shot up the middle. Grace Wenner in to score, cutting the Falcons' lead to 1. Next batter, Marianne Ordle ties with a grounder through the middle. Emma Nelson in to score for the Lakers. But in the fourth, Armstrong retakes the lead. Kelly O'Keefe with a shot past short that brings Eggstead in, giving the Falcons a 4-3 lead. On the next pitch, Hannah Bachmeyer loops one to right that scores 2 more runs. Armstrong beats the Lakers 6-4, and they stay in the winner's bracket. Also in Section 6, Wayzata facing St. Louis Park. Bottom of the fifth, Wayzata gets 4 runs. Brianna Westerberg sneaks home on the grounder, slides in safe for a 4-1 Trojans lead. Then Anna Engman bounces a hit up the middle to bring home Allison Miller and Megan Witchker, and it's 6-1 Trojans. Bottom of the sixth, Taylor Arneson with a nice rip that eludes the infielder and scores Mackenzie Murray for a 7-3 Wayzata lead. The second-seeded Trojans advance with an 8-3 victory. In other games, top-seeded Hopkins defeated Minneapolis Washburn 11-1 in 5 innings, while Edina blanked Cooper 4-0. Play continues Thursday with Cooper playing Washburn at 3 o'clock in an elimination game. In the winner's bracket, Armstrong faces Wayzata, and Edina meets at Hopkins, and all of those games are at Pamela Park in Edina. In Section 4A, Kimball area beat West Lutheran 11-1 in winner's bracket play. Maranatha stayed alive Tuesday in the double elimination tournament with a win over Packed Charter. Thursday at Salem Lutheran Field in Greenfield, Maranatha plays Mare Lutheran with the winner then playing West Lutheran at 5:30. The winner of that game will face Kimball again next Tuesday at the University of Northwestern in St. Paul. So a lot of sports getting into playoff time now this week.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Yes.
Still ahead, a taste test that's good for your health.
Yeah, Brooklyn Center schools find a way to get kids to eat their vegetables. That story when we come back. Well, let's face it, vegetables aren't always the most exciting food option that students encounter in the school cafeteria.
Yeah, but as Delane Cleveland reports, the Brooklyn Center School District has teamed up with Hennepin County on a program aimed at getting students more excited about healthy food.
It's the lunch hour at Earl Brown Elementary.
Hi, you guys.
When hundreds of students fill their plates with the menu item of the day.
You have to take a half a cup of fruit or vegetables or a combination of both every day.
But just because the students pile their plate with fruits and veggies doesn't necessarily mean they'll eat them.
Every grade level it's different, and if they don't know what the vegetable is or if it's unusual or a fruit, they're not always going to eat it.
Want to try the black bean and corn?
To help solve that problem,
Give it a try, bud. You want to try it?
Brooklyn Center Schools teamed up with Hennepin County and the State Department of Health on a taste testing initiative
Yeah, you like that?
to introduce students to healthier lunchroom foods.
Where they're coming from, that fruits and vegetables aren't maybe incorporated at home as much.
Want to try?
And with bringing it into school and having them try some new things.
There you go, sweetheart.
It's really helped.
You want to try one?
Today's taste testing option
There you go, black bean and corn salad.
is black bean corn salad.
Did anyone try the corn salsa?
A simple recipe that was rated with a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Give me a thumbs up if you liked it.
With that feedback in mind,
Oh, we have a big thumbs up here.
the kitchen staff tries to incorporate the new recipes into the daily menu.
My staff is excited. They've been coming up with some ideas on their own.
In turn,
Thumbs up. Yummy!
the hope is that the students will consistently eat healthier
So who liked it?
and improve their academic performance and overall health in the process.
That's our goal.
In Brooklyn Center, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
The taste testing initiative began in November and ended today, but next year Brooklyn Center officials say they've hired a farm-to-school coordinator to have items from local farmers brought into the schools. 2 thumbs up, right?
Yeah, somebody said yummy.
And finally, the Channel 12 family just got a little bit bigger.
Yeah, meet Matilda Scholl, the brand new daughter of photographer Dustin Scholl and his wife Anna. This picture was taken just a couple hours after she was born, weighing in at just over 7 pounds. Matilda was born this morning at Maple Grove Hospital, and everyone, even Dad, we are told, is doing fine. And she is a beautiful baby for sure. Congratulations to Dustin and Anna. And I understand, though, it was a long night for all 3.
Matilda looks like she is ready to face the world, though. She's ready to go.
That's probably the first of many pictures. Her dad being a photographer,
Yes,
she'll get photographed a lot.
Good call.
We'll see you tomorrow.